All right, let's go ahead and talk about Major League Baseball. Before we jump into the contents, folks, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. While you're down there, make sure you smash that like button for your boy AJ right over there. Give us some engagement. We really appreciate it. And consider subscribing if you're enjoying our content. We'd love to have you aboard.
The LA Dodgers have announced that there will be a change. It looks like they are going to be moving forward with a 5-man roster instead of a 6. So they obviously initially planned on a 6-man rotation, have now changed it to a 5. Why do you think that is, and how long do we expect it to stay a 5-man rotation?
There's just not going to be enough pitchers that are going to be ready for a 6-man rotation. You know, the purpose behind it is because of Shohei Ohtani. He probably would be ready to start with the opening day if he didn't dislocate his shoulder in the playoffs last year. So that's primarily the main reason why, and actually probably tied with another main reason is just simply these players are just not going to be built up enough to where they're going to be able to do that. So
absolutely, yeah.
The 5-man rotation is going to be what they start with, just simply because they're going to be leveraging these arms a little bit differently. Yeah, well, let's go ahead and talk about the 5-man rotation. Let's talk about which 5 players are going to be in it, right?
Okay.
So we got the first one is obviously going to be Blake Snell, right? Blake Snell is going to make it. You also got Yamamoto, who's going to be in there. Tyler Glasnow obviously is going to be in there. And, of course, Roki Sasaki. For everybody in the comments that jumped on me saying I was an idiot, that they were not going to have him in there. I just figured that they didn't want to repeat the same issues they had with Yamamoto in Korea. But I guess Sasaki is just, he played in Tokyo, so it's not going to be that difficult for him.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit different situation. My bad. You guys were right on that one. That's the 4 locks, right, for the rotation.
Absolutely.
So who's going to be the 5th guy? The first one's going to be Tony Gonsolin, right?
Yeah.
Almost made an appearance at the end of last season in time for the postseason. He was an all-star in 2022 with a 2.14 ERA and 130 innings pitched. Coming back from Tommy John, he missed all of 2024 season, and he is the most experienced starter out of the bunch to get that spot, right? So he's one option. Probably the most popular option that everybody's going to go with. The second option is Dustin May. Now, Dustin May, this guy is absolutely nasty. His fastball has crazy movement. He hits in the high 90s, the low triple digits, and his length gives him a late release point to make it look even faster. However, he's coming off of his second Tommy John surgery, and he almost had a life-ending esophagus tear that kept him out of the season last year. The rub with this guy is that he's never thrown more than 59 innings in a season yet.
Oh, ouch.
And, you're like, big deal. He's been optioned up and down, right? From the minors back up. So maybe he's just spot start, back down, spot start, back down, right?
Yeah.
No, this guy's never been optioned down in the minor leagues. Since he made his debut in 2019, he has never once been optioned down to the minor leagues, which means all that missed time has all been due to injury. That's kind of like a knock for him, right?
Yeah.
The third option is going to be Landon Knack. So he is one of the guys that was called up when all the arms fell off last year, right? He had a very respectable 3.65 ERA. Very nice 69 innings pitched last year. He has a low walk rate, and I can see him being a sleeper pick to take one of the spots for if not everybody comes out healthy out of spring training. And then, of course, the guy that we want to talk about, Bobby Miller, right?
Yeah.
He had a great rookie year in 2023. He had 11-4 record with a very respectable 3.75 ERA in 124 innings pitched. Last year was not great for him. He only pitched 56 innings with an ERA of 8.52. It's very high.
That is very high.
It's very, very high.
That is a lot of runs giving up.
He was dealing with injuries last season. If you were a Dodger starter and you were hurt, that was in your contract practically if you're a Dodger starter last year. So
yeah, they're like, you will be down for at least 30 games.
He missed some time due to some shoulder injuries and stuff like that. He couldn't get together last year and was optioned down in the minor leagues. He did have some promise there in his first start against the Cardinals. He's pitched 7 scoreless innings, striking out 11. He also, but in his next 12 innings pitched, he gave up 12 earned runs on 3 starts.
Ouch.
Yeah. So he was quoted saying, I'm on the bright side. It can't get much worse than I did last year. So looks like he's been working with Snell this spring training to see how he feels health-wise. And he says he's ready for 2025. Unfortunately, he took a ball at 105.5 miles an hour off the dome today.
Right in the dome.
Yeah. So no reports have come out on his injury yet. He probably has a concussion, I'm assuming. Just a safe assumption.
I would say that's probably a pretty safe assumption that your brain hit your skull.
Yeah, the big red mark on his forehead. But he did get up and walk underneath his own power to the dugout, and he didn't actually go into the clubhouse until probably about 3 or 4 innings later. So hopefully he's okay, and hopefully this doesn't sideline him too much. But yeah, it's really unfortunate because I was really looking forward to this kid really having a bounce back year.
Didn't you say how early does it start with Dodgers injuries?
Yeah, how early it's going to start, man. Yeah.
Well, we're one game in and we're one pitcher down, Darren.
One game in, one pitcher down. That's how it works, man. How it works.
I mean, luckily, obviously, the Dodgers are built for this season, right?
Mm-hmm.
It does appear that at this point in the season, with all of the offseason signings, that the Dodgers are built for this better than they ever have been. They've got some great, arms and that are relievers. They do got really good depth, obviously, as starting pitchers. It's just unfortunate because Blake Snell was kind of mentoring Miller, Bobby Miller. He was kind of like, hey, let's get you ready. Let's get out there. So for this to happen, it's like, oh man, what a bummer right out the gate.
Oh, for sure. So who do you think is going to be the fifth starter?
I think they probably go Gonsolin.
Gonsolin?
Yeah.
It's a safe bet, man. Safe bet. Guess who I think is going to be? Dustin May.
You think it's going to be Dustin May?
Yeah. The Dodgers need to see what they have with this guy. He's in his final year of team control. And he cannot be optioned down in the minor leagues. Even though he's been with the majors all 5 years since he's made his appearance, he can't be optioned down because he's in his 5th year. So if the Dodgers choose to send him down, he can say, no, thanks, release me. And they have to.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So they're going to have to, barring an injury or barring crappy play, he's going to be with this team unless they trade him or something like that. So, which I also don't think is also that bad. If he gets hurt or he sucks, then you just move him to the bullpen. And if he can't, since you can't send him down the major leagues anyway, if he sucks and isn't ready, you can simply just put him in the bullpen and give Gonsolin the spot. So I think they're going to start with Dustin May and see how it goes throughout spring training. If they're all is well and he's doing pitching, he's going to get the fifth spot, and we'll see how long he lasts. Either he pitches great or he doesn't pitch well or he's not ready, and then they'll switch it up for Gonsolin.
Yeah, absolutely. So that kind of makes that fifth starter kind of runner-up position. That position could potentially be looking to come out of the bullpen then, right? I mean, if he's having some rough, he could be like a long reliever. If you get some early innings, he comes in and takes 3 or 4 of them up before you get into the deep bullpen.
Yeah, I can see them doing something similar like that, or a piggyback start. Where Dustin May starts and Gonsolin finishes. Or like somebody has an opening, someone's an opener. Honestly, man, I think Dustin's May. He's too long, he's too lengthy. His mechanics are too involved. He's very similar to Tim Lincecum in his delivery. Just too many mechanical moves in there for him not to get hurt. I think he's better as a reliever, but that's just my personal thought. We'd love to hear from you on that one. So let me know what you think there. Did we get that right? Did the Dodgers 5-man rotation? Is it going to be Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below for sure.
Absolutely.